Next week on Coronation Street, Sam Blakeman devises a dangerous scheme to uncover Megan Walsh's secret as he attempts to gather proof of her inappropriate involvement with Will Driscoll. But will Sam manage to outwit her, or is Megan always one move ahead? Intent on exposing the truth about the predatory teacher, Sam secretly plants a camera inside Megan's flat in the hope of capturing incriminating evidence. However, his bold move could have serious consequences. Megan believes she's put Sam's suspicions to rest. But people shouldn't underestimate Weatherfield's young genius, teases a show insider. Although Sam is shaken by Megan's subtle threats warning him to stay out of her affairs, he refuses to back down and remains focused on revealing who she really is. But can he finally gain the upper hand? With Leanne Battersby away for several nights, Megan has the salon flat all to herself and tells an eager Will that they can spend time together there. Will lies to his dad Ben, claiming he's staying over at a friend's house before sneaking off to Megan's flat to continue their troubling relationship. What Will doesn't realize is that Sam spots him from across the road. Armed with a key to his stepmom's flat, Sam lets himself in under the pretense of revising, while secretly keeping tabs on Megan. Megan is caught off guard when Sam turns up unexpectedly, our source explains. She's clearly irritated, but she can't exactly prevent her flatmate's stepson from visiting. After Megan heads out, Sam shifts his focus from schoolwork to carrying out his plan, installing a hidden camera so he can monitor her movements. Knowing Sam is suspicious and desperate to keep him sweet, Will suggests they hang around the precinct and drink some stolen vodka. He insists to Sam that nothing inappropriate is happening with Megan, sticking firmly to the claim that their connection is purely about athletics. Sam, however, remains doubtful and presses his friend to tell the truth. Sadly, his investigation is abruptly halted when Daniel catches the boys drinking underage. As Daniel storms towards them, Will bolts, leaving Sam to face the consequences alone. Later on, Sam finally gets some privacy and checks the camera app on his phone, only to see both Will and Megan entering the flat. Has he finally caught the proof he's been searching for? Before Sam can view any more footage, Nick takes his phone away, reveals our insider. When he finally gets it back the following day, the battery is completely dead. It's incredibly frustrating. Sam felt closer than ever to uncovering the truth about Megan, but she soon makes it clear she'll stop at nothing to shut him down. Confronting Sam, a cold and calculating Megan warns him that no one would believe a word he says, insisting he's not as smart as he thinks. A shaken Sam then returns to his fully charged phone, but what shocking discovery awaits him? Coronation Street viewers were split in opinion after Shona Platt finally came face-to-face with her estranged father in Monday night's episode of the ITV soap. After the show's crossover with Emmerdale earlier this year, Shona unexpectedly encountered her previously unmentioned sister Jodie and has since been determined to reconnect with the father they lost touch with years ago. Jodie, who made a dramatic debut after being discovered tied up in the back of a van, has clearly been keeping secrets as she slowly worked her way back into Shona's life and moved into number 8 with Shona and her husband David Platt. Despite the warning signs, the Roy's Rolls waitress appeared happy, simply to have her younger sister back by her side. In the latest installment of the world's longest-running soap, both Shona and viewers finally discovered where her father had been all this time. Jodie, who already knew the truth, had tried to prevent Shona from uncovering it. However, sensing something wasn't right, Shona followed her sister and was led to a psychiatric hospital. Demanding honesty, Shona confronted Jodie, who explained that their father's struggles began after Shona left and worsened when their mother walked out. Jodie insisted she had tried to protect Shona from her troubled past, admitting she couldn't cope with his violent outbursts and believed hospital care was the best option, despite how painful it was. From his hospital bed, Shona's father reacted with distress upon seeing her, insisting she shouldn't be there and urging her not to trust Jodie, branding her a liar and warning Shona to stay away. Later, Jodie returned alone and issued a chilling warning to her father, making it clear he needed to behave if he wanted things to go smoothly. She threatened that crossing her would have serious consequences, claiming this situation was her chance at a happy ending. Although the long-awaited revelations finally arrived, not all fans were convinced by the storyline. Some questioned how Shona could be emotionally present for this drama while her baby remains in intensive care. One viewer commented that no parent with a child in NICU would realistically have the capacity to deal with such upheaval. Others admitted they were struggling to warm to Jodie's character, with one fan saying they weren't enjoying her scenes so far. Another expressed sympathy for Shona's father, suggesting he had clearly been manipulated and mistreated. Since Jodie's arrival, viewers have begun speculating that the storyline may mirror a classic psychological thriller about a woman whose roommate attempts to take over her life. Several fans noted unsettling similarities, from shared mannerisms to copied hairstyles, while others joked that Jodie might try to take everything Shona has, from her wardrobe to her family. Suspicion surrounding Jodie has only grown, particularly after she was previously shown suffering a panic attack following harassment from a mysterious caller. From the moment she appeared, many fans sensed there was more to her story, questioning why she had suddenly resurfaced now and what she might really be hiding. Bernie finally opens up about her reckless night out in an early ITVX episode of Coronation Street, but she doesn't tell the full story. While she admits to taking drugs, she keeps quiet about her encounter with newcomer Mal Roper. The big question is whether her husband Dev will uncover what she's hiding. Bernie crossed paths with Mal at the Chariot Square Hotel several weeks ago while trying to cope with the loss of Billy Mayhew. Bonding over their shared night of heavy drinking, the pair grew close and eventually went back to Mal's hotel room, where drugs were involved. Although they shared a kiss, Bernie quickly reminded him that she was married and later left. Her relief didn't last long, however, as she was shocked the following day to discover that Mal had been hired to work at Roy Cropper's flat, with no clear end date to the job. In tonight's episode, Ryan Connor spots Mal in the cafe and recognizes him from the hotel incident involving Bernie. Though clearly suspicious, Ryan agrees to keep what he saw to himself and not alert either Dev or Gemma. Later on, Bernie admits to Gemma that she hadn't been completely honest about that night. She insists nothing serious happened, but confesses that Mal did kiss her. When Mal unexpectedly interrupts their chat, Bernie quietly explains to Gemma that he was the man she partied with that night. A stunned Gemma urges her mom to tell Dev the truth before it all comes out on its own. Gemma warns that secrets like this never stay hidden and insists that if nothing truly happened, Dev deserves to hear it directly from Bernie. Meanwhile, Dev surprises Bernie with a bunch of flowers as a gesture of love and support. Clearly racked with guilt, Bernie struggles to accept his kindness and admits she's made another mess of things. She then reveals that she went out alone the day after the funeral, took some pills she believes were MDMA, and ended up collapsing in a nightclub bathroom, prompting staff to call an ambulance. Although Bernie still chooses not to mention Mal, Dev is deeply upset by her confession. He reminds her of how close Asha once came to losing her life due to an overdose and accuses Bernie of recklessly falling back into dangerous habits. Dev angrily tells her to live however she wants and storms out, apologizing sarcastically for trying to help. With only part of the truth revealed, it remains to be seen how Dev will react when he eventually finds out everything Bernie has been hiding. Coronation Street is shown on ITV1 every weeknight at 8:30 p.m., with episodes also available to stream on ITVX.